So for this example, we are going to be determining a slope of a line. And the slope tells us the steepness of a line when we go ahead and graph it. So I have this rectangular coordinate system here just to demonstrate something. So we have these four sets of coordinates here. For A, we have the coordinate 2, 2, and 1, negative 4. And if a line was to pass through these 2 points, what would be the slope of that line? So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to graph these points here. Here's a 2, 2. So I'm going to go over 2, 1, 2. If this is the origin here, 1, 2, and then up 2. So there's 2, 2. And then I'm going to graph 1, negative 4. So we'll go over 1 and then down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's 1, negative 4. So then we'll put a line that goes through these 2 points. Now we want to determine what is the slope of this line. So visually, if we go from one point to the next along the x and y axes, if we go over 1 here, and then I could come up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm going over 1, positive 1 to the right, and I'm going up positive 6. So our slope is also known as the rise over the run. The rise is the vertical change, which goes along our y-axis, and the run is our horizontal change, which goes along our x-axis. So the rise over the run, that would be 6 over 1, which of course is equal to 6. So the slope of a line that passes through these 2 points will have a slope of 6. So graphically it looks very nice, looks very well, but we're going to do these mathematically. So for the first one here, A, the equation for the slope of a line is m is equal to y sub 2, and that's how that's pronounced, minus y sub 1, the difference of the y's, over x sub 2 minus x sub 1, which is the difference of the x's. And the idea of the subscript is it helps us determine one set of ordered pairs from another. So if I label this set of ordered pairs x sub 1, y sub 1, and this one x sub 2, y sub 2, and it doesn't matter which one you label x sub 1, y sub 1, which set of ordered pairs has a subscript of 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. The slope will always be the same. So you just pick which one you want to label with the subscript of 1, then label the other one with the subscript of 2. So then we just go ahead and we do it. This is going to be y sub 2, which is negative 4, minus y sub 1, which is 2, over, that's our change in our y, that's our rise, over our run, x sub 2, that's 1 minus x sub 1, which is 2. Negative 4 minus 2, that's negative 6. 1 minus 2, that's negative 1. Negative 6 over negative 1 is 6, which is what we came up with here when we did it graphically, visually. But we're going to do the rest of these mathematically using the slope formula. So again, we have this ordered pair here, negative 3, 5, and then we have 2, negative 7. A line passing through these 2 points, we're going to determine its slope. So if I label this as x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2, then we will have m is equal to y sub 2, which is negative 7, minus y sub 1, which is 5, over x sub 2, which is 2, minus x sub 1, which is negative 3. So that's negative 3. Don't confuse the minus in the formula with the negative that's attached to the coordinate. So this is 2 minus negative 3. Negative 7 minus 5, that's negative 12. 2 minus negative 3 is the same as 2 plus 3. That's 5. So this is going to have a slope of 12/5. So the line passing through these 2 points will have a slope of negative 12/5. We'll do the same for C. How about if we label this one x sub 2, y sub 2, and this one x sub 1, y sub 1? Because it doesn't matter which one you label with the subscripts of 2 and the subscripts of 1. So then we have a slope, y sub 2, that's 4, minus y sub 1, that's negative 3, over x sub 2, that's 2, minus x sub 1, that's also 2. 4 minus negative 3, that's the same as 4 plus 3, that's 7. And 2 minus 2, that's 0. Now we cannot divide by 0. There's no such thing as division by 0. So when we have a division by 0, this means that the slope is undefined. Since 0 can't be defined, we just say that the slope is undefined. And what does that mean? Well, that means that the line that goes through these 2 points is going to be a vertical line. It's going to be straight up and down. And we can tell because the x-coordinates here, 2 and 2, are the same. So let's try D. We'll say x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. So then m, y sub 2 is negative 2 minus negative 2. And then x sub 2 is going to be 2 minus negative 1. Negative 2 minus negative 2, that's negative 2 plus 2. That's 0. And 2 minus negative 1, that's the same as 2 plus 1. That's 3. Now you can divide into 0, but anything divided into 0 is equal to 0. So what does that mean? Well, that means that there's no slope. So what type of line has no slope? That's a horizontal line. That's one that goes back and forth. And we can tell that they're horizontal, that it's a horizontal line because the y-coordinate will be the same. And in this case, it's negative 2. But there we go.